Smith, and you're watching Reviews with Booze. And today I review Black Sabbath, The Mob Rules. This album is classic. If you're one of those person who listen to classic rock stations for 20 years at a job site in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, oh, I'm savvy to classic rock, and I love classic rock, but I just wish there was something more. Yeah, did you listen to this album? No. Oh, they didn't play much on the radio, did they? No, that's a shame. But my friends, this album is a great album. From epic, long building tracks up to Sign of the Southern Cross to hard-hitting rock and roll songs like Country Girl. The only blemish I find on this album, to be honest, is Slipping Away, which, I mean, it has a true to rock and roll riff, but it just, to me, I don't know, and I wasn't there and I don't know, but perhaps, like, some producer just had his fucking knives in that song and be like, oh, let's make a fucking pop-ass song, but other than that, I think this album is extremely good. Some criticism I would have was perhaps they should have opened the album with Signs, or perhaps with E5150 Into Mob Rules, which the title track, I guess, is originally done for the cartoon Heavy Metal, you know, with the boobs and the metal and Blue Oyster Cult and yada yada, but it was more raw or something, and the band felt like they could never capture the first recording that was on that again. Nevertheless, they made it the title track of this record. The highest point, in my opinion, is Falling Off the Edge of the World. This is a great song. It's as epic as Signs, not as long, but it gets its point off in a shorter period, and that's why heavy metal is so great when anything goes, as long as it's a chiseled piece of wonderful art. I beg you to pick this album up and enjoy it if you're into that sort of thing, rock and roll, old heavy metal. So if you're not, steer clear of this motherfucking record. You know what I'm saying? But this has been Reviews with Booze. This is my first one, so it's probably kind of shabby, and I know I've got a mug you don't want to chug. But please, watch and subscribe eventually. Black Sabbath, The Mob Rules!